What's up, everyone? Sunday, the 12th of March. It's the end of, I think, week 10. Now we've got a couple of weeks left of our 90-day challenge, but we're going to start off with a special talk by Mr. Phil Escott.
Thank you, Ben. Yeah, it was just that one of our members, the lovely Emily, tagged me in a post this evening in our sort of private Facebook group, linking me to Joey, Joey Schwartz, talking about how autoimmunity doesn't exist. So I thought, I'll make a video for my YouTube channel, but I'm too lazy, so I thought I'd do it here, and then Ben can use his tech wizardry to cut it out and send me that to put on the YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on the YouTube channel and it kind of makes sense to you, check out the rest of the discussion we'll have this evening on thebigfatchallenge.com and come and join us and sign up. Joey, so this is a response to you. This is the first response video I've ever done, or a sort of answer to anything. So you say that autoimmunity doesn't exist. Yeah, cool. Now, Joey has been on my channel and I've been on his, and I love Joey. I've got no beef with him at all. And he might be right in a lot of the things he says, but I'll go over a few of the things. So Joey says that autoimmunity doesn't exist and that it's not the body attacking itself. It's clearing out toxins, particularly, spraying with glyphosate and whatever, and how we didn't really have these issues before glyphosate was sprayed on the crops. So, and sort of a bit of a question he had about molecular mimicry as well. So, Joey, absolutely, honestly, I mean, I've looked down the responses, the comments under your video, and a lot of people are saying you know nothing, and are you a doctor, and all of that sort of thing. I mean, I've been there many times myself. So I appreciate that you're finding your way, and you're asking questions, and that's fantastic. And I absolutely agree that the body cannot work against itself. Our friend Dr. Jeremy Ayres, always says that the body does not work against itself. Having said that, what's going on? How come you get autoimmunity? Is it molecular mimicry? For those that don't know, molecular mimicry, the theory is that when you have a leaky gut, certain proteins get through, and so the body is trying to get rid of them and attacks them perfectly justifiably to get rid of them when they go through in an undigested form. But then again, what happens when it gets to certain tissues? Is it that it's reacting to certain molecules that look the same as they do in the proteins that get through the gut? This is one theory. Maybe it's true. It's something I've quoted in the past as a possible solution. But, Joey, you're running on theories and not experience of going through this, and I've been through this 2 or 3 times actually, and had to reverse it. So I'd say that the experience that comes with listening to your body is way ahead of anything that will come through from theories. Although I take notice of theories and understand what's happening in those theories and what people say. But generally, the people who say this is a definite theory and that's a definite theory, well, a theory isn't definite, but that's a definite reason why we have autoimmunity or something else. These people, I would say 99% of the time, haven't had the experience of going through it. So in response to everything you say that autoimmunity doesn't exist, I absolutely agree with you. In that the body can't work against itself. But why does it happen suddenly that you get these certain inflammation in certain tissues, whether it's in the gut, as you say, from celiacs, but I've got to agree with somebody in the comments there, it's celiac and not celiacs. Or then it gets further and it goes into the joints, or it goes into the dural sheaths in the nerves and causes MS, or whatever it is. it is such a multifaceted thing. And people have certain simple solutions that it's this or it's that. And the vegans will all say it's acidity in the body, which is nonsense, obviously. All of these theories, not one of them ever works for everybody. Sometimes somebody gets lucky and they do one thing and it reverses, like somebody cuts out gluten and their arthritis goes away. Absolutely fantastic. Well done to them. But 99% of people, it doesn't happen. So what's going on? For example, if your theory is correct and it's just clearing toxins, why would it happen that a certain person gets it in their ankles but not their hands, or vice versa? Why would it happen that somebody gets it in their left knee but not the right knee? You know, all of these things, how does it happen? Nobody exactly knows. The best solution I've seen for this is the emotional aspect, where, you know, certain sides of the body are female, certain joints of the body, certain areas of the body correspond to certain emotions. Well, actually, when you see people who have totally focused on this side of things, the emotional side, you also get people who've totally healed up without going on a carnivore diet or whatever they do. And that's wonderful, because that was their main issue. But most of the people I see in consults and whatever, one thing doesn't work. You know, even carnivore, it doesn't work completely for getting rid of autoimmunity or whatever it is that the general mainstream call autoimmunity. So what is it that's actually going on? It's a perfect storm. It could be the jabs, you know, in your past. That could have disrupted the immune system. Now, I'm going to call it the immune system at the moment because there's not really a better word for it. And perhaps the immune system doesn't even exist as we think it does. But anything that disrupts the body and confuses it can cause trouble. Imagine for a moment somebody in a darkened room with a machine gun, and they know there's a load of enemies in there. They just turn around and they spray the machine gun and they're shooting all these people. And some of them might be the people who've come to save them. So this is what happens to the body. It's not trying to attack itself. It's doing its best against whatever is in there, even though it's confused. So it's a confusion of the body. It's not the fact that the body is attacking itself. So you're absolutely right on that, Joey. The body won't act against you. But if it's totally confused, excuse me, by years and years of jabs, the wrong foods, the wrong light, the wrong emotions, everything that is an ancestral disconnect, then it can appear to turn on itself. So if you've got one of these conditions, whatever it is, whatever autoimmune condition it is, don't listen to anybody that says it's one thing. Just go for everything. Go for every single ancestral disconnect that you can. If you're totally stressed out about your job, if you're stressed out about your partner, everything's going wrong there, that's the area maybe you need to look at. If you're totally happy and totally settled, but you're eating a load of pizza, check that out, you know, and take that out. If you're doing everything else right, and you're staying up really late at night on your phone with blue light and EMFs and texting people and, you know, playing Roblox or whatever it is that people do, this is probably an issue. If you're not getting out and you're getting grounded, that could be an issue. If you add them all in and see if you can subtract all of the things you can think of that are disrupting the body, which is difficult at the moment because of all the chaos that's gone on these past 3 years. So everybody's stressed out, which is making everything more difficult. Then things tend to reverse. And it doesn't matter, Joey. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter whether it's molecular mimicry. It doesn't matter whether it's mercury toxicity. It doesn't matter whether it's the jabs. It doesn't matter what it is. If you just go back to the way that humans are supposed to live and sort of fool the body in that, and get out in the morning sun, get your feet grounded, have some gratitude for the fact that you're still alive, instead of thinking it's a miserable day and I'm going to be, you know, in pain and whatever. Listen to your body and see what it's trying to tell you. Look at your situation in your job. Are you doing what you love? No. Well, in that case, phase it out slowly. Do what you love. Are you in the right relationship? No, maybe not. Or is it that you're not loving yourself enough to be in the right relationship, and so you're not even capable of loving somebody else? Is it that? Or are you really with the wrong person? So look into that and take action accordingly. All of these things that disrupt the mitochondrial functioning. Don't look at the fact that it's molecular mimicry. Don't look at the fact that it might be deuterium depletion, that it might be anything like that. You know, just look at mitochondrial health. And if the mitochondria are right, then the body's going to be right. But the body's never going to be right until the emotions are right and the spiritual side is right and everything is right. So, Joey, have a look at all those aspects, and then have a look back at whether it really matters, whether it's molecular mimicry or not, whether it's you know, whether we've got any of these theories right about what autoimmunity is and whether the body attacks itself. If something's gone wrong, it's not the body attacking itself, it's just confusion. So check that out. Or maybe just eat really the wrong foods and do all the wrong things for a while and get in that sort of level of pain to sort of then have to go through the process of detective work to see how you get out of it. And honestly, I haven't put all the dots together. You know, I don't know what you are, Joey, now, maybe 19, 20. I didn't know anywhere near as much as you do when I was that age. And now I'm 40 years older than that. And I still realize that I don't know anything. But, you know, when you feel in your own body that something is causing you stress, if you have that intuition that something's causing you stress, whether it's food, whether it's your relationship, job, emotions, past beliefs, traumas, whatever it is, if you can get rid of those, if the body's totally chilled, it will settle down and it will reverse these issues. So, you know, what is autoimmunity? Does it exist? I don't know. The only reason I use the word autoimmunity is because that's the most acceptable term for what's going on with people that have these issues that medical scientism cannot explain. And so there you go. And, you know, that's my answer to Joey. And you may well be right, Joey. You know, keep digging, keep challenging the narrative. You know, there was certain comments here and there about, you know, I'm fed up with you, Joey, about you know, having a go at certain people who are very well respected in the carnivore movement. I don't know. I keep having a go. Bart's a great friend of mine. You know, I forget who else you had a go at. Did you have a go at Sean? I don't know. You had a go at Paul Saladino, and that's fair enough. But you know, you've had a go at a few people, and very good. You know, keep on having a go. Speak your truth. That truth might change, though. You know, there are many truths, and we have to find our own personal truth and what's going on. And when I see clients, I see that their own personal truth is very different. You know, they'll have imbalances in certain areas of life, but not in others. And that's the key of digging and finding out who is making mistakes in certain areas, but not in others, and which spoke of the wheel of health is broken, or which 3 or 4 are causing the wheel to collapse. That's the key to finding out who is different. In diet, I still believe that the best way is a sort of very, very high fat PKD diet for any autoimmunity. It's the least challenging to the body and will allow you a bit of respite to go and look into all the other things. But there you go. And if anybody's watching this section on YouTube, then have a look at the notes below to come and join our tribe, because they're amazing. All these people, I'm watching them and I'm nervous now because I know that half of these people know more than me. So they're probably thinking, what the hell's he talking about? But come and chat with us, meet all these amazing people. You can see them here in the screen, and they're brilliant. So the link's below. And, you know, if Ben cuts it off here, that's cool. You will not know what's coming up in the discussion. So come and join us. So that's my rant.